Why do we do this? Why do we do that? What did you do? What did you do 10 years ago with your children? What are you doing with them now? What are the priorities? Therefore, when the Prophet says, لَعَذَبَ اللَّهُ أُمِّي إِنَّهَا شَرِبَتْ حُبَّ النَّبِيِّ وَغَذَّتْنِيهِ بِاللَّبَنِ وَكَانَ لِي وَالِدٌ يَهْوَى أَبَا حَسَنٍ فَصِرْتُ مِنْ ذِي وَذَا أَهْوَى أَبَا حَسَنٍ. He says, my mother, may Allah not give her punishment, for she has taught me the love of Rasulullah ﷺ while she was breastfeeding me with the milk. With the milk, along with the milk, that's when you start. Not when she is 20 years old. Not when he is 15 years old. Not when this and that, and when they go to college, and when they grow up, and then when they become... And I don't know all these limits that keep changing socially, and social depends on where you are, all these things change all the time. No. At the time of breastfeeding, the Prophet says, لَعَذَبَ اللَّهُ أُمِّي, may Allah not torture my mother, for she infused in me, next to the milk, the love of the Prophet ﷺ. And I used to have a father who loves Abu Hassan. That's what the Prophet says, and that's what I say. فَصِرْتُ مِنْ ذِي وَذَا أَهْوَى أَبَا حَسَنٍ. So from her and from him, I became a fruit that was in love of Abu Hassan, يعني أمير المؤمنين علي. Anyway. Maybe in the ayah, if we go back to the ayah, وَوَصَّى بِهَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ بَنِيهِ وَيَعْقُوبُ. Some ought to, rightfully so, question, what is the point here bringing Ibrahim way before Yaqub alayhi salam? Yaqub came after Ibrahim, Yaqub. Why is it Ibrahim and the Banihi wa Yaqub also their sons? It seems like it was not coincidental. Why didn't Allah say Ibrahim wa Ishaq? Why did He say Ibrahim wa Ismail? Ibrahim wa Isa? Ibrahim wa Yaqub. Ibrahim and Yaqub. It seems like both of these prophets ﷺ were subjected to severe tests. One of them with their sons. And that's why they're given their sons a last will. Ibrahim was subjugated to a huge test with his son Ismail to slaughter him. Yaqub alayhi salam was subjugated to a massive test with his son when his other sons stole him and sold him to slavery. Both. Notice. So it's not coincidental. But maybe another question comes for the deeper look. Why did Allah put Ibrahim before Yaqub? Is it because Ibrahim is older than Yaqub? Or is it because of something else? Some of the Mufassirin, only a few actually I found that went to this opinion. They said no. Because Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah put him first, not because he's the father of the prophets. That is true also. But because when Allah tested him with his son, فَسَلَّمَ. He's okay. No, that's what Allah wants. And then he went on to almost slaughtering his own son without any question whatsoever. Like when Yaqub alayhi salam was tested with his son, what did he say? وَتَوَلَّى عَنْهُ وَقَالَ يَا أَسَفَا عَلَى يُوسُفَ وَابْيَضَّتْ عَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْحُزْنِ فَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ. Al-Quran mentions, he says, oh, this is how you're going to do it? He says, then he abandoned his sons. And he says, وَأَسَفَا. He was mourning Yusuf. Al-Quran says so much that he lost his eyesight out of mourning. He became blind from mourning. For years, decades, Yaqub a.s. is mourning Yusuf. Knowing that Yusuf is alive. How come? The ayah before that, وَأَسَفَا. Yaqub a.s. says, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. I would be patient. But what kind of patience? Good kind of patience. Jameel. Notice. And look at this. Anyone knows. Anybody knows about. Even you would know. Without Allah revealing to you anything. What kind of nice wolf? The wolf that ate Yusuf supposedly. He eats Yusuf and shreds him to pieces. But he brings his garment and qamis very nicely. Here's the qamis of Yusuf. But Yusuf was eaten. SubhanAllah, that's a nice That's a nice wolf because he eats Yusuf and he leaves his qamis? Or he undressed him before he ate him? Whatever it is. It doesn't make any sense. But the liar, will always fall. There's always a fall. There's always a trick. Huh? Because lying is never straight. You have to go like this. So they'll catch you. And Quran puts it. There he said that they came, وَجَاءُوا بِعَلَى قَمِيصِهِ بِدَمٍ كَذِبٍ. They brought the qamis or the shirt of Yusuf and they put some blood on it. Here's, oh father, this is the shirt of Yusuf. The shirt looks very nice, but Yusuf is gone. The wolf is very considerate. Anyway, the point sometimes that we have to understand, and why some people say, why is that? Is it because Yusuf or Yaqub alayhi salam was very mourning and he was not as submissive as Ibrahim when Allah ordered him to slaughter his own son and he almost did? Some ulama said yes, and I think that I disagree for a little bit. Maybe we can go to a certain extent on that opinion. But there's a point, because the comparison really is invalid. The comparison between the situation of Ibrahim and the situation of Yaqub is invalid. Why? Number one, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah ordered him through the wahi. Because among the points of wahi is the dream for the Anbiya. Or the clear command from Allah, take your son and slaughter him. And if it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more merciful with his slaves than the father to his son. He is more in Allah latifun bi'ibadah. Allah takes care of his slave. That's no problem. Like in the other one, Yaqub alayhi salam, that was not in a sense, Allah told him to sell your son into slavery. But it was two things. Number one, it was his own brothers out of jealousy and hate taking Yusuf from his father and sending him to slavery, almost killing him, because actually they debated whether to kill him or to abandon him for death. So really, abandoning for death is what it is. Almost killing. Or it is killing in a sense. That's one opinion, or that's one point. The other point is that those people who did these things, they did it under the name of haqq. See what I'm saying? The sons of Yaqub alayhi salam, and I don't believe that many of the ulama do not believe that the sons of Yaqub are prophets anyway. So for those people who think they are, there's a debate about that, but there's a good, because the Anbiya munazzahun an sighar al-qissa. The Anbiya alayhi salam are above being attributed with evil things like that. Even before prophecy. And before announcing their prophecy. Huh? So therefore, Binyamin, Yusuf were Anbiya. Because they knew, the others, the in-between, they knew that Yusuf and Binyamin are the prophets, or Yusuf is a prophet. They are not, or that he was beloved to his father more, that his father taught him, his father educated Yusuf. They figured, let's take him away and get rid of him. Under what banner? Under the banner of, we're going to do this because we're evil? No. Under the banner of two things the Quran says. Hafidhun, nasihun wa hafidhun. Oh Father, we are nasihun.